Hey y'all, Shay here. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's WIP in Chat. WIP stands for work in progress, and I'm going to be diamond painting for like the next hour or so, give or take. So go ahead and pull something out, work alongside me, or treat this as like a podcast, and we're just going to catch up and hang out and try to just kind of escape for a little bit. How does that sound? I think that sounds pretty good to me. I have absolutely no notes taken for this week, and I always take notes, so it's just been a day. We'll get into that, of course. I'll give you all the details like I always do of what's been going on around here today and this last week. It's not all bad stuff, but there's something bad that happened today, something sad, I should say. But we'll get into all that. But yeah, so before we get going and before we get started, we'll cover kind of some accessories, what I'm going to be working with today while we hang out, and talk about the event that I'm hosting right now, okay? With my friend Lindsay with Emeralds and Fairy Lights. So this is week, what are we on? Week 2 or 3? That's a really good question. Y'all? I think this is week 3. Not sure. Anyways, it's another week. How about that? It's another week of this is another week for the JBGAlong 2023. And JBG stands for Jasmine Beckett Griffith, and we're celebrating all of her artwork. So I am working on a Jasmine Beckett Griffith painting. It's licensed artwork from Craftibly, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm almost finished. I think I shouldn't jinx it, but I feel like I might be able to finish by the end of the month. I've got the square here that you can see, and then I have one more, okay? And then that's the end of this row. And then I have one more row to do. That's pretty much it. There we go. There's Craftibly's logo right there. But yeah, we're almost done. So I'll go ahead and pop up a picture of the picture I'm working on, the image, so y'all can see, because it's upside down right now. You can see her little pretty eye. I just finished her face yesterday, and she's just looking gorgeous. So I'm really loving this painting. And like I said, this is for the Jasmine Beckett Griffith, so JBGAlong 2023. This is our 3rd year to do it. Loving it. I'm hosting this with Emeralds and Fairy Lights, and her name is Lindsay. So please go follow Lindsay as well and listen to her channel, subscribe to her, listen to her Whip and Chats, because she's doing international giveaways. She's doing gift cards. I am doing physical prizes that need to be mailed out. So it's just US only, unfortunately. And I hate to leave out my US folks, but Lindsay's got you covered there. So we wanted to make sure, everyone was covered. And so what happened was, last Whip and Chat, that person whose name I drew she never contacted me. So we're going to be doing 2 drawings today, okay? One from a week before last that never contacted me, and then one from last week, okay? But somewhere during this video, I will be saying a key word, okay? Mentioning a key word for you to put in the comments in a sentence. So make sure you stay tuned, listen to the whole video, and I'll kind of sneak it in there somewhere. And that word will make you eligible for next week's giveaway. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be giving away, okay? All right. So the prize that did not get taken last week, we've got 2 amazing is actually one of them, 2 awesome sponsors this year for JBGAlong. We have got Amazing. Her name's Emma, and it's Amazing. Love that shop name. She has an Etsy shop, and she does resin. She pours resin items. I've got a couple of her items here. She does these beautiful Coverminder trash trays. There's 2 magnets on the back. Beautiful. She actually sent these to me as gifts for hosting the JBGAlong, and it's got such the Jasmine Beckett Griffith vibe, doesn't it, with the purple and the green. And then look at this Coverminder. It's got the sun child and the moon child with some flowers back here. This is a Coverminder. Look how thick it is. Really, really strong magnets on the back. Yeah. So thank you so much, Emma, for being one of our sponsors. We're going to be giving away some of her items today. And then our other sponsor was Leopard Leather Works. And they have pens, hand-turned pens. I have 2 pens to give away. So like I said, last week I tried to give away one of these. I was going to be their choice. They never contacted me. So yeah, we're going to be doing 2 giveaways, okay? One for one of these pens. And then the other one, let me go ahead and show y'all what Emma made. She makes resin, trinket trays, cover minders, And this is her business card right here. See, isn't that cute? Emma, amazing. I always craft shop. And it's got the resin care instructions. And so what we've got here, she made 2 prize packs for us. And I'm gonna let the winner, I'll announce it next video. I'll let the winner, actually I'm gonna announce it this video. Cause yeah, you gave me a word last week. All right, sorry y'all, it's been a day. But yeah, so this is the Moonchild, and I will let the winner choose. This is the Moonchild. It's a trinket tray, and it holds all your goodies, your pens, your tweezers, your cutters, all the things you need. So pretty. Look at that. I've never seen this image before of Jasmine Beckett Griffiths. It's beautiful. So yeah, you can see the flowers back there, and it's got purple, and of course all the silver, flakes throughout the edge. So you have a choice between this one with the matching cover minder. Look at that, y'all. Isn't that pretty? With the flowers sticking out. That's so pretty. It's like a portrait. I love that. Or it's like a locket or something is what it reminds me of. And then the matching trash pot that goes with it. So these will be one prize pack depending on which one you want. And the other one is the Summer Child. One is Moon and one is Summer. Look at this. So pretty. I love all the colors in this. Looks like there's a rooster down there. So again, it's got the matching cover minder right here, and then the matching trash pot. Okay, that's also a cover minder. And I love the size of this. So both, like I said, you'll get to choose, whoever wins this week will get to choose which one they want, Summer or Moon, okay? All right, and then we'll just keep it going. We're not done yet, y'all. We are only, let's see, it is Wednesday for me. It's the 19th. So we are just a little over halfway. So we still have more to go. Thank y'all so much for everybody that has participated. I mean, I love, and please, if you have not been posting your, of course we have Instagram, we have hashtag JBGAlong 2023, but we also have a Facebook page, and that's the Emeralds and Fairy Lights and Diamonds and Washi. They have Emeralds and Diamonds and Emeralds, I think it's called, their Facebook group. So go ahead and post your, pictures there. I'm loving following the Instagram hashtag and looking at all the images. Y'all are doing an awesome job. Some people have already finished. So we will be coming out with a Google exit form soon. So be on the lookout for that. I'll make sure it's in my next Whip and Chat. But yeah, there's just so much fun stuff coming. And I'm so excited. Just so excited to be doing this again, and really happy to be doing it with Lindsay. She's awesome. Y'all, look at this. It's so, now that you've seen the individual one, look at she gave this to me as a gift, which I thought was so sweet. So definitely, I'll have both of those sponsors linked down below. So go check out their shops. Actually, Leopard Leather Works. She does not have an actual shop. She has a Facebook page, a Facebook group, and email. So I'll have all her information linked down below, and that's Carrie over at Leopard Leather Works. And she is super, super sweet. Okay, did I get sorry, we had to get all the business out of the way first. I do have some more show and tell things that I'll show you in a second, but let's talk about what else I'm gonna be using. So we talked about my Craftably painting, okay? Doing pretty good on that. My tray, I went with the yellow theme because it's releasing fireflies. So it's got like the lightning bugs, the yellow theme. So this is a Bella Art de Nicole tray. It's one of their older trays. It's 3D printed, and I'll have all these folks listed down below. And this is my pen from Leopard Leather Works that Carrie made for me for my painting. It's so beautiful. I'm loving using it. It feels great in my hands. It's a great size. It's like a nice medium. It's not too small, not too big. It's like Goldilocks, just right. It's perfect. So I got that. So that's my pen. I just have the brass tip, and I have micro glue dots in my single placer. And then in my 7 placer, in my thin white, I've got Chit, Enablers Outpost Chit, okay? And that is putty in Romanian. And I also have my tweezers, my gold tweezers, and then I have my little paper cutter that I cut back the sections of the washi tape and the plastic, okay? And I'm using Elizabeth Ward storage containers, okay? Love those. But y'all, I've really been enjoying this. I want to show you the entire thing, but I'm almost done, but I will show it to you when we do a post review, okay? So yeah, grab something to drink, grab something to eat. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a day. But before I start off with me, I wanna talk about you guys. How are you? Let me know how you are. And let me get my pen. I wanna know all the things. We do this weekly, so we've become friends. I wanna know what y'all are up to. What did you do during this time? What's going on in your world, right? Let me know. So just leave a comment down below. And please let me know, in addition to the word I'm going to be giving you, right, if you want to try to win the prize, which I didn't even talk about that, did I? No, I didn't. Y'all, it's been a day. Whichever pin is chosen by one of the winners, the other one will be up for grabs for next week's prize, okay, for the word that I give today. So it'll be one of the Leopard Leatherworks pins. All right. So I already got a color here. I was working this morning, and yeah, I haven't diamond painted except for this morning, and it's now, like I said, it's 6:45 at night. So yeah, so let's talk about what's kind of top of mind, and that's of course what's been going on today. So my daughter had a hamster. Daisy was her name. And if you can kind of get where I'm going, she passed away today. Well, I take that back. We don't know if she passed away today or yesterday. Yes, but we buried her today, and we had a ceremony. We've cried. I took a little vlog for my Patreons to show them the little grave that she made in the backyard for her. But Daisy has been with us from day one. I say us. I went and got Daisy 2.5 years ago for Christmas during my Christmas premiere video. I took you guys to Petco. It was Petco or PetSmart, and we were going to surprise Lou for Christmas. And we went and we got her. I showed you guys her in her little box, and she is a little dwarf hamster. And I was going to surprise Lou on Christmas. And what I did was, my daughter Lou, who's 10, if y'all are new, welcome. And so I brought her to my mother-in-law's house, and they helped me put together the cage, and she stayed there for a couple of days until Christmas. And then my mother-in-law, my father-in-law came over, and they brought her kind of like hidden, right? And kind of put her in the closet when Lou wasn't looking. And yeah, so we've had her for 2.5 years. And what happened was, so Lou and I and Ryan went to, my 18-year-old, my son, we went to Amarillo to go visit my mom and dad over the weekend. We were there, she was there all week, and then we were there Friday through Monday. Before we left for Amarillo, I checked on Daisy, and I made sure she had food and water, and she was all good. And then when we got home on Monday afternoon, the first thing I did was went and checked on her to make sure she still had water. And she did. And she had food. I was like, cool, she's totally fine. She was good while we were gone. She doesn't need anything. Now, she's nocturnal. I didn't realize hamsters are nocturnal. I didn't know that before we got her, but she is. And we tried to have her in Lou's room, but that didn't work out because she was always running on the wheel and like super loud at night. And then Jasper, our Boston Terrier, would hear her and jump out of bed and wake up Lou, and it was like this whole thing. So we've been keeping her in the guest room. And I've had her in the craft room. We've had her in so many different places. And so because she's nocturnal, I necessarily don't see her every day, right? I don't necessarily see her face every day because she's nocturnal. She's normally sleeping in the bedding, and I can't see her. Well, so, Monday, like I said, I got home, checked on her. Everything seemed normal. And then Tuesday, I walked in there, and I thought I kind of smelled something. And I'm not going to get too gross or graphic. It's nothing really too bad, but it was a different smell than like her cage needs to be cleaned out type of smell. It was more like something else. And I was like, oh no. So yesterday I kind of had a feeling, but I wasn't sure. I was like, no, I'm sure she's fine. Well, I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? I need to go check on her. I need to see her and make sure all's good. Well, it was about 11 and Lou was still sleeping, and I went in there and checked on Daisy, and I opened up the gate, which normally if she hears that, she knows that she's getting fed, and she'll come running out, and she's like Spider-Man. She would climb the side of the cage. She was wild, and she would bite. We had to hold her with gloves on. She was just a wild little thing, and nothing was happening. And so I kind of was looking around, shaking the cage a lot, making lots of noises, waiting for her to stir around and wake up out of the bedding and come up, but nothing happened. And normally if she hears you rustling around, she'll wake up and come out, and nothing was happening. And I smelled that smell again. I was like, you know what? I have a bad feeling about this, and nothing was happening. I was like, okay. So Lou had just woke up. It was about 11:30. And I don't know what made me say something to her. I probably should have waited till she was more awake. And I'm like, Lou, I think something might be wrong with Daisy. I don't know. I'm like, I don't see her. I don't hear her. Come with me and come like check it out. She's like, why would you say that to me right when I wake up? I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did. I was just trying to figure out what was going on, and I was scared, right? I was just like, what's happening? And I didn't know if she got out again, which if y'all been following me for a while, you may have heard that one whip and chat where I talked about she got out. She's like Houdini, the hamster Houdini. She got out, and we still never knew and found out how she got out, but she got out. So I thought maybe she got out again. And her cage was just stinky because it needed to be cleaned. So, yeah, I'm not trying to drag this out, y'all, but it was just awful. So Lou and I walk in there. We're all making the noises, opening up the the cage, grabbing her bowl, and there's nothing. And all of a sudden I look down in the bedding and I see a little bit of fur. So I'm like, let me go get a flashlight. So I go grab a flashlight, and I walk back in there, and I see her face, and her little eyes are closed, and she's just sleeping. Just sleeping. So Lou started crying. It was really, really sad, y'all. I mean, we weren't super close to the hamster. She was more than me, obviously, but I took care of it. But still, it's an animal, and it's your pet, and it's something that you fed and like took care of and made sure they were safe and warm and all the things for 2.5 years. And it's just sad. So Daisy went to hamster heaven, is what we're saying. Yep. So her and I decided to wake up a little bit more, get breakfast. She's like, I have heard that hamsters hibernate, which I thought was funny and cute. I was like, okay. She didn't really want to admit and realize and face it that she was gone. And she just thought maybe she was still sleeping. And I thought so too. I'm like, I definitely don't want to do something if she's not actually dead. I was like, we need to wait. So we waited a couple hours, and finally I said, you know what, Lou, let's go check on her, and we need to get a box, because I talked to my husband, because he's out of town, he's traveling, so he wasn't here to help me, which I really wish he would have been, because I did not want to have to deal with it. I didn't want to have to touch it and move it and all the things. It was just so grossed out. So she's like, okay, I'll find a box. So she's got these multiplication flashcards, right? And she's like, the box that the flashcards come in, it's like perfect. It's like one of those boxes that like the lid like goes all the way down and it like comes off, and it's like just the right size. So I was like, okay, let me put the gloves on, the gloves that we used to put on to hold her. So we had gloves right there, and I put the gloves on, and I was like, okay, I can do this. I'm like, just hold the flashlight so I can see, because it was kind of hard to see her down in the bedding. And I tried, and I just couldn't do it, y'all. I couldn't do it. And she's like, let me try it. Let me do it. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, I'll do it. Okay. So I gave her the gloves, and she's tried, and she's like, she feels really hard and hard. And she starts crying. And I was like, okay, you know what, Lou? I got this. I can do this. And I'm thinking, okay, you're the parent. You're the mother. Step up. Put your big girl panties on and do it, I was like, I can do this. Y'all, I could not do it. I was telling her to hold the flashlight, and I was moving the bedding a little bit, and my fear was that she was going to like be half dead and like be moving and like need some. So I just couldn't. I was like, I don't know what to do with it. I didn't know what to do. So again, she's like, I'll do it. So she put the gloves on again, and she starts crying. I can't do it. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm like, let me go ask Ryan, and Nate, your brothers, and see if they can help us. So I go up there, I holler for Ryan, he comes down, he puts on the gloves, and he's like, I got this. So Lou left the room because she didn't want to see, and I held the flashlight for him, and he picked her up, and I said, Lou said she felt really hard. He's like, no, she's squishy. I'm like, okay. And Lou came in right as he was about to pull her out of the cage, and Lou put some bedding that we had, some clean bedding in the little box for her, and then Ryan put her in there. When Lou wasn't looking, she's like, well, I don't want to look anymore. And so she left, and then he put her in there, and he covered her up with some bedding from her cage. So he's like, okay, I'm done. So he takes the gloves off. He's like, y'all need to wash these gloves. I'm like, of course. I'm like, we all need to wash our hands, the gloves. I threw the gloves away. When it all was said and done, I threw away everything. But after that, she comes in. I'm like, okay, go ahead and put the lid on. Do you want me to put the lid on? And she's like, no, I want to do it. She's like, I want to see her one last time. I'm like, are you sure? And she's just sobbing and crying. I'm like, and then I start crying because she's crying. It was just awful, y'all. It was just so sad. And so she moves the bedding so she can see her. And when she can see her not moving, just laying there, she starts crying again. And so she finally puts on the lid while she's crying. We walk out to the backyard and I'm like, hold on, let me go get the shovel. So I go get one of the boys' like old like beach shovels. And we have a beautiful Japanese maple in our yard, in the backyard, kind of on the side of the house where the dogs don't really go. And I dug a hole for her while Lou held the box. And we set her in there, and Lou's like, make it a little bit wider. And she was telling me what to do. And so I was like moving it and getting the dirt ready. She set her in there, and then we covered her up. And then Lou said, I need to get a rock. And can you write on the rock for me? I was like, sure. So she found a really good rock. And we went inside, got a Sharpie, and then we wrote Daisy, July 19th, 2023, and we put a little heart on it. And Lou went out there and put it in the dirt. So she's got like a little what do you call it? Oh, I just drew a blank, y'all. Headstone? I don't know if that's what they're called, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, she put that on there, and she comes in the house and she can't stop crying, and she goes in my room and she lays on my bed and she's just sobbing, and I just rub her back and I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. And then I'm crying and she looks at me and she's like, why are you crying? I'm like, because you're crying. She's like, but that's making me cry. I was like, oh my God, I'll stop crying. Oh, it was just, we were a blubbering freaking mess. I was like, what is happening? What is actually happening? And the more I thought about it, I'm like, okay, I've never dug a hole and buried an animal before. So that was traumatic. She's never really lost an animal before. So it's sad. And I told her, I'm like, it's okay to be sad. That means you loved, you care for something, for an animal. It's okay, you know? I didn't want to tell her that, you know, to stop crying, because I don't want to do that. I wanted to reinforce I'm here. It's okay. You know, patted her back and just, you know, let her get it out. And she goes, I'm just going to go up to my room. So she was gone for like an hour. And then she comes back down and she goes, do we have any flowers? Any like real flowers? I'm like, and she was like pointing to the flowers in the kitchen. I'm like, no, those are all artificial. They're all fake. And I'm like, ooh, I've got some pots out front and in the back that have some flowers in them. You can pick some of those. And she's like, okay. So she goes and grabs a couple little flowers, and she puts it on the tombstone. Is it tombstone? Headstone? I don't know what, y'all. She puts it on the little rock, and then she seems to be okay for a little bit. And then all of a sudden, like 30 minutes ago, she hears our lawn folks, the lawn guys here, and they use the blower. And she starts crying. They're going to blow away her rock, and they're going to blow away the flowers. I was like, Lou, it's okay. They're not going to mess with it. I still need to go out there and like double check. I hope they didn't, but they could have. They might have blown the flowers away. So it has been a day. It has been a day. Yeah. The day started off pretty good. I woke up really early, and I was like, I'm going to get some. I had like a long to-do list. Because, you know, we were gone in Amarillo, and I was like, I just started feeling like some stress about, you know, the kids starting school in August 9th, they start school, and all the to-dos going through my head. And I was like, so when I got home on Monday, I made like a big to-do list. So today was going to be a bunch of like get errands done and get like videos done. So I did it. I had filmed a Temu video about a week ago, but I needed to edit it and get it up. So I did that this morning, which it takes a little bit of time to do those, because I add like screenshots into the videos and stuff and pictures, and so it takes a little more time to edit those, but got that out to them. And then so that'll be coming up. And then after that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get some stuff done. So I made like a dentist appointment for the kids, I made a vet appointment for the dogs, and then this is before all this happened. And then I was about to get ready to go to Sam's to go get Sam's Club, which is like a warehouse, you know, like a big box warehouse place like Costco, because we were out of some stuff like waters and food and paper plates and stuff. So, but then all that happened, and then I got her kind of settled down. I made her a grilled cheese. Grilled cheese makes everything better, right? And then I ran to Sam's Club because she was like calm. She was, a lot calmer. Did that, and y'all, it was 105 out today, I think. So it's freaking hot. So you're like unloading, you're with like all these cases of waters. I probably had three cases of waters, two big cases of soda. I had like all kinds of stuff, and it was super heavy, and I was like sweating my ass off. But yeah, so anyways, did that, came home, and then I'm like, I got to do my whip and chat. But I'm like, when am I going to do my whip and chat? So here I am. But she got me though, about an hour and a half ago. She's like, Mom, I'm really sad. She goes, can we go to Learning Express? It's this little toy store up like by the grocery store by our house. And I was like, yeah, because I was like feeling so bad for her because she was so sad. So I took her and we bought some slime and some jelly fruits and like a little stuffed animal. So it was like $28. I'm like, whatever. So I was like, yeah. And then I came home and then I made dinner, grilled chicken on the grill, and did all the things. So now I'm here, y'all, and I'm just happy to be here with you and diamond painting. And, hopefully tomorrow will be better for her and it won't hurt as much, And I think tomorrow will be better because tomorrow she's going to a water park with a friend. And the friend's mom is taking her and taking them. I thought it was going to be me. That was the original plan at first. And I was like, because her mom took them last time. But she offered to take them again. I was like, sweet. So I think she's going to be gone tomorrow. So hopefully I'll be able to catch up on some stuff. I wanted to wash my car. So if y'all have been following and you were at my live on Sunday, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming back and your continued support. I don't thank y'all enough for always watching my videos and, commenting and liking and sharing and all the things and subscribing. Thank you so much. I'm really enjoying this, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. It sounds so cheesy and so cliche, but it's true. I wouldn't have a channel if it wasn't for you. I wouldn't continue to do videos. So I'm loving this. Anyways, so where was I? Oh yeah, so she's gonna be gone tomorrow. So that'll be good. Oh, but I wanted to wash my car. I wanted to do that today, but that didn't happen. I think I'm gonna get one of the boys to maybe wash it. So what happened is if you're on my live on Sunday, you know that I was from remote location. I was from Amarillo, from my folks' house. It was kind of a shorter one. They were waiting for me to play Shanghai Rummy. My parents taught us how to play that Sunday night. It was really fun. We played several rounds for like a couple of hours. So y'all let me know down in the comments if you've ever played Shanghai Rummy. It's like a card game. It's really fun. It's normally, the way we did it was like 7 different rounds of like different combination of cards that you have to have. We got to 6 rounds and then everybody was like fading, and then we kind of ended the game. So we were like one short of like finishing the whole thing, and it gets harder every round. So it was fun. So what we did was so Lou left Monday with my dad. My dad and her drove up to Amarillo on Monday, and it was kind of a quiet week. It's kind of weird. Her not being here because she dictates a lot of what I do, I guess. So it was kind of quiet. It was just, Nate was working and Ryan and I were here, and my husband had to go to Austin for work. So he travels during the week, and it was kind of lonely. I'm not going to lie. I was lonely. So I really, really missed her. We had told, so Ryan's not working right now. And Nate was working, so he couldn't go to Amarillo, but I told Ryan, I'm like, why don't you come with me? It could be some good bonding time for him and I to spend together 6 hours in the car. I was like, it could be fun, Plus I wouldn't be by myself, and he gets to come see his grandparents and all the things. So my mom and dad moved. They used to be here in Dallas with me, just like a mile and a half away for years. And they've been gone now for a little over a year, and we had not made our way up there yet. Now, they moved into my grandmother's house, and we had been to her house before, but we have not been there since they moved into her house. And we haven't really seen much of Amarillo since, because they can kind of show us around and just kind of have a little staycation, if you will, a little bit, just kind of an in state, trip. So yeah, we decided to go, and then, she was invited to go to Pop and Geek Camp. So I said, why don't Ryan and I come up and to pick her up so y'all don't have to drive back down, and we can just stay for a few days. So we got there, Ryan and I left Friday morning, and we left about 9:30. in the morning. So we got there about 4:30, which is perfect timing. And we were exhausted. But my mom didn't feel like cooking, which is totally fine. And I didn't feel like cooking, obviously, either. So I was like, I'm good with whatever. So we hung out for a little bit, unpacked our bags, and then we went to dinner. We went to a really cool sports bar, and I'd never heard of it before. So those of you in the States, let me know if you've heard of it, but it's called Walk-Ons. And it's not just a regular sports bar, it's a Cajun sports bar. I want to say we have one here in Dallas somewhere, kind of looked familiar, but I'm not sure. But it's called Walk-Ons, and it was really good. I had some Bayou pasta, and it had like crawfish and fried shrimp with like a creamy sauce, so it was really good. So we did that, and then they had a claw machine. It was like $1 a try. I was like, oh no. So I only had, I didn't even have any money. My dad actually gave us some cash. I was totally out of cash. And we went to, we did the claw. He gave us $3. Lou got 2 out of 3 prizes. That's pretty good from the claw, right? That's where you grab the stuffed animals and it picks, because normally you can't get those things. But we were like being strategic about it and trying to get ones that looked like they could possibly be grabbed. So yeah, we did really good. And then so then we ate dinner. Oh, and on the drive up there, we had no problems at all. I do have an electric vehicle, so that dictates where I stop and where we were going to be stopping along the way. It's really cool. All I did was plug into my GPS, into my car, my mom and dad's address, and it would tell us where we needed to charge and where the charging stations were and what percentage we would be at. Really, really, and it was right on the money. So just cool technology. We had to stop, 3 times. The third time was actually in Amarillo, but we just wanted to get a little more juice, and that way I wasn't sitting there empty in the garage, We were at like 30%. So, and it worked out good. It was like every hour and a half, which is about right, which is like when you want to stop and go to the bathroom. So, it was really nice gas stations, or Sonic was one of them. So we got some snacks and got some stuff to eat, and the gas stations were great. So yeah, it worked out well. So we had absolutely no problems going there. We listened to Ryan's playlist. He's my 18-year-old. He likes rap. And that was interesting. Not too bad. A lot of them had some bad words, but what you gonna do? I mean, I expected that. And he kind of got uncomfortable and kept going to the next one. And I was like, it's okay. You're 18. It's okay. But he was trying to be respectful. So that was nice. And then, like I said, Friday night we went to dinner. We were just exhausted. Absolutely exhausted and wiped out Friday night. I did bring this diamond painting, y'all. I brought it. I set it up on the, my dad was so sweet. He set me up on the kitchen table, and he got me like an overhead light with like an extension cord. I was like all set up, and I brought my light pad, and yeah, so I was all set up to diamond paint when I was there, and I got 1 square done, which I thought was pretty good. We were pretty busy most of the time, so it was really hard to do a whole lot. Let's see. Woke up Saturday morning, and Lou had been telling me that when she was there during the week, they had gone to Hobby Lobby because they went and bought spray paint, because we were going to be going to Cadillac Ranch on Sunday. No, we went Saturday. We were going to go to Cadillac Ranch. So she was like, Mom, I went to Hobby Lobby with them to go get the spray paint for us, and it is the biggest Hobby Lobby. It's so much bigger than ours. It's like the size of a mall. I was like, what? The size of a mall? Okay, sign me up. I got to go see this. So I told my mom, I'm like, I don't know what plans we have tomorrow, but I really want to go see this mall. I mean, this Hobby Lobby / mall. It was big. It was really big. So big that it was just overwhelming. There was like so much stuff. I only bought one thing, so I grabbed it, and I was going to show y'all. I grabbed a pen. I'm going to make it into a cover binder. So stop what you're doing. Look up from your diamond painting. So this was $7.99, right? Retail. But it was 50% off. So I only paid $4 for this beautiful blinged out, it's got an S, of course, with a flower. They had so many to choose from. They had butterflies and all kinds of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snap off with some little cutters, snap off the pen part, and then file it down a little bit. And then I have E6000, and I do have some really strong magnets. So yeah, just I'm going to do a cover binder out of this. I thought it was pretty, and it will go with like a lot of different paintings. So yeah, that's what I went with. So I got that, and my mom got a pumpkin for the front yard, one of those big metal pumpkins. Yeah, so we did that. And then let's see, what did we do? Oh, we stopped at a place called Dutch Bros. Never been there before, but I've seen them in Austin, but we don't have them in Dallas, not that I know of. It is a coffee spot. It's like a little drive-through or walk-up. You can't actually go in. It's just like a tiny little building, and it's got these little fancy schmancy coffees. So we got Dutch Bros. Ryan did not go with us. He was like, I'm good. I don't want to go to Hobby Lobby, but he did everything else with us. Let's see. Oh, Friday night when we got in, I had brought her rollerblades because across the street from my mom and dad's house, they have this like green space and this park, and it's like this little path. So I brought her rollerblades, and we walked the dog that night all together, and then she rollerbladed as well. And after that point, I was just so tired. I was like, I'm ready for bed. So Saturday we did that, and then we went and did we did Cadillac Ranch. So fun, great place. Really, really, really loved it. I told a little bit about the story on my live on Sunday because I did go live. So if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry if you've already heard the story, but I'll just go over it quickly. So it's like, basically, if you're not familiar with Cadillac Ranch, it's very well known. There was this eccentric billionaire that I forget his name, Marsh, I think is his last name, Sam Marsh, I believe, and he owned a bunch of Cadillacs, and so he had 10 Cadillacs in all, and every time he would get a new Cadillac, he would put his old Cadillac in this field that he owned, and he would put it like nose down, and so it's like sticking straight up, and people like to go see them. It's really cool, and you're allowed to spray paint them. Well, it had been raining quite a bit in Amarillo, so we went out there, and it was a beautiful day the day we went, but it had been raining the night before. So there was like a lake around the cars, and you couldn't get up to one of the cars unless you walked in the muddy water. So after some debating and kind of walking around, bored, like spray painting the ground and the trash cans, Lou's like, I want to go in, because there were some other people taking off their shoes and walking in the muddy water. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So I took my flip-flops off, she took her Crocs off, and we just went, y'all. We went right in the muddy, nasty water. Yeah, we did. I was kind of worried. I'm like, what? You have no idea what you were stepping on. It was like mush in between your toes. It actually felt pretty good, actually. Yeah, pretty satisfying. So it was mushy all underneath there. And we did that. We spray painted. Ryan was like, no, I'm good. Him and my parents just watch us. But I got some really cool video and lots of pictures from my Patreon. So if you're interested, join. It's just behind the scene content. And it's a way to support your favorite creators. So I'd love to have you. There's a good group of us over there, and we do, depending on your tier, it's like it's a monthly subscription. And depending on your tier, I do weekly vlogs. I do certain tiers. We do Zoom calls together once a month. And then, like I said, also videos, and there's quarterly Patreon gifts and all kinds of good things. So yeah, it's a great way to support the channel, and it really, really, really helps, because the YouTube money is beans, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bunch of beans. Going into it, that wasn't why I did it, but I'm like, oh, if I make a little bit of money, great, support my habit. No, that's not how it is. Nope, they take a big chunk of the ad revenue. Anyways, that's neither here nor there, and that's not why I do this, but the Patreon money does help. So it helps me, again, be able to buy things to show you guys, upgrade, equipment, and just it really is helpful just all around, and it always goes back into the channel. So plus it's a great way for us to get to know each other better. We've got a nice little group. It's like it's like a good, I don't know, it's like a different vibe over there, and we just get close. So anyways, all right, didn't mean to go on about Patreon, but I love my Patreon, so shout out to you guys. All right, what else we at? Okay, so we went into Cadillac Ranch, got all muddy, had fun, spray painted stuff, and then got out, tried to get the mud off, and eventually dried off, and then got in the car, and then ran by the house, got the spigot outside the driveway, rinsed our feet off, hopped in the car, and went to the Big Texan. Now, the Big Texan is where it's also, we were doing all the tourist things, y'all. It was so fun. We did, it's where if you eat a 72-ounce steak, you have 1 hour to eat a 72-ounce steak, plus all the fixins. So it's like a baked potato, a salad, rolls, and I believe there's one other side. You have 1 hour to complete it, to eat the entire thing. and then you get it free. Now, if you don't finish it, you get a t-shirt and you have to pay 70 something bucks, like almost $80. So yeah, it's kind of like a, you know, thing that people go and do. Again, it's a tourist thing. We got there and there was an hour and 15-minute wait, which is what my mom said we can probably expect on a Saturday night. But you would never even know that we had that much time to wait. We were so entertained. They have an amazing gift shop. So we just walked around the gift shop. They had a shooting range with like water guns, with like all these little things that pop up and spray water. We went to the back of the bar and got a drink. It was really, really fun. And the next thing you know, they're calling our name. So I had chicken fried steak. Haven't had it in years, and it was really good. A little on the salty side, but it was good. Loaded baked potato and then fried okra. It was so good. And then they start cheering and saying, okay, you know, someone's going to be doing the challenge. So we see a guy sit down, and he is a big guy. You never know. You know if the big guys, little guys, women. A woman's actually, I think she holds the record, I believe, of who has eaten like the most, the fastest time, I think. She's probably like a petite little thing. Who knows? But yeah, so a guy sat down, tried to do it. He was working on it. They're all good at first, and they start slowing down. Now, we were upstairs, so we had to overlook and they're up on a stage. So everybody's watching you eat, and you're by yourself until someone else decides to join you and also do the steak challenge. So this guy with rainbow hair, so we're calling him Rainbow Hair Guy, because, you know, we're talking throughout the meal, trying to figure out, like, how's he doing? Because Ryan and Lou were on the edge, so we wanted them to be able to see what was going on down below, and I couldn't see. So we were like, "How's Rainbow Guy doing? How's the first guy doing?" They were updating us, going, "Okay, he's done with this, he's done with that," and then a third guy joins. It was like a young guy, and he had a number 22 jersey on, so we were calling him 22. How's that guy doing? And he was like super young, and he wasn't doing very well. So I don't think anyone ended up. You know, I think we left. Yeah, we left before they were actually finished. So we actually didn't get to see anybody complete it, but it was almost an hour and no one was doing anything. So, okay, y'all, I've been jabbering on long enough, and I need to give y'all a secret word. Secret word. All right, so the secret word. Last week, it was happy. This week, I almost thought to say sad because of Daisy the hamster, but I'm like, no, we don't want to put that out in the universe. I don't want to have y'all put the word sad. Let's see. I haven't actually thought about the word yet, so why don't we put glow? I know it's random. I don't know what made it, because the lightning bugs in my painting are glowing. My accessories are glowing, all the yellow. So let's put glow. Let's see how creative y'all can be. Okay, glow. That could be tricky. But yeah, make it work. Be creative. Like I said, put it in a sentence. Just don't put the word. Put the entire thing. And I will draw for one of these pens, okay, from Leopard Leatherworks. They're beautiful pens. And then I'll put some other goodies in there too, of course. So yeah, and again, that's just for US only, okay, because it's physical items that I actually have to ship. Okay, and then I'm probably going to let y'all go soon. I know I feel like I've just been going on, and I didn't want to forget about doing the giveaway stuff. But so yeah, the Big Texan was awesome. We got finished eating and we were walking out, and they had a big old carrot cake that I'd been eyeballing before we sat down. And even though I was too full, I was like, I still really wanted this piece of carrot cake, and it was like as big as my head. Y'all, I still have it. I ate the last bit of it today. My mom packed it up in the cooler and we brought it home with us. I had it with my coffee the next morning. It was so good. Probably if you like carrot cake, I know you can't go there, but it was like one of the best carrot cakes I've ever had. I don't know if they make them in-house or what, but it was so good. Another thing I was going to tell y'all, we watched a movie one night. We watched a movie, I think it was Saturday night. We watched a crazy, crazy movie, and I was going to tell y'all about it. It's called Fall, F-A-L-L. I'm not going to give no spoilers or anything, but it's about these women, these girls that, are like thrill seekers, and they decide to climb a tower. Yeah. and it gets super crazy. I had like sweaty palms when I was watching it. I was diamond painting, well, attempting to diamond paint at the kitchen table because I could see the TV, and I barely put any drills down because it was so good. So if y'all have not seen that yet, go check it out, unless you're afraid of heights. If you're afraid of heights, my husband is, and I told him he definitely would not want to see that movie, then don't see it. Yeah, it could be a trigger warning. Don't see it if you're afraid of heights. But if you want a good thriller, it's scary, but not in like a jump scare kind of way, right? It's crazy scary. Like, just, you're like, oh my God, what's gonna happen next? So we watched that movie. And then Sunday, what did we do? I'm drawing a blank. Oh my gosh, how could I not remember? Y'all, it's been a day. Like I said, we went and visited my grandmother on Sunday. We went to her assisted living place. We were there for a couple hours and visited with her. It was a really nice visit. She looks amazing. She's 93 years old and she looks so good. So she got to see, the kids, and she couldn't believe how big they'd gotten. And she was asking Ryan about girlfriends, and he got really embarrassed. It was so funny. But yeah, we had a really, really good time. And then Monday morning we headed out. Yeah, we headed out, and like I said, we played Shanghai Rummy until about 10 o'clock Sunday night. We knew we had to get up early. Got up, hit the road about 9:30, and then we got home around 4:45. So all good. We made it back. We did it. The next thing that's going to be happening is my nephew's going to be coming to visit from California. He is 10, so he's my daughter's age. It's the only cousin that she has. So my husband is an only child, and then I have one brother, and he had one child. So yeah, we don't have a big family, and it's the only cousin she has, and they're very close in age, but they don't get to see each other very often. So we offered a trip to him to come visit us for a week, and he's flying by himself, and it's only his second time to fly. His first time was actually coming out here with his dad, with my brother, and that was a few years ago. But yeah, he's going to come visit. He's going to fly out by himself. We're going to keep him occupied for a week. Wish me luck. I'm a little worried, but I'm sure I'll have some good stories. His name is Parker. So Parker, if you're listening, love you, buddy. And we're looking forward to you coming. So yeah, my nephew's coming, and we've already got like a lot of stuff planned for him. Lou's got like an itinerary that she is putting together of activities for them to do together. And we have a pool, so there's going to be swimming, and like I said, there's like trampoline parks and all kinds of fun things. So it'll be a lot of fun. So much fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I just hope they don't wear me out too much. We'll see, because y'all, I'm getting old. I'm starting to feel old. Okay. Yeah. So what's going to be coming up? Like I said, got a Temu video coming up. I've got an art dot video coming up that they sent me for review. I have not seen their new and improved dime paintings, so I'm excited to see that. And then Oz and Og is going to be coming up in August. I almost said September. In August. And that is anything Wizard of Oz themed. And this week, be looking for an announcement video with all the details, so y'all can get prepared for it. Yeah, it'll just have it'll probably be like a little quick, promo video, just, and a quick little announcement to show you, all the different details, and what we're not asking for much, really. It's going to be super easy, and if you can be creative, well, it'll work. So, all right, I think I'm gonna let y'all go. I still have to put the clip in here of the winners. We've got 2 clips to do. Those will be the last part of the video, but I'll go ahead and say goodbye before I do that. And because I haven't filmed him yet, so I'll just kind of pop him at the end of this. But thank y'all so much for being here. I really, really do appreciate it, more than you know. And I hope you guys are doing okay. Again, let me know how you are. And if you haven't subscribed yet, love to have you. It's absolutely free. I always tell y'all that. It's free. It costs nothing. So just go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And then go ahead and ring that notification bell as well. That way you'll be notified whenever I post up any videos. Okay. Oh, and the thumbs up. Did I say some thumbs up? I don't know, y'all. I'm in the zone right now. Is that crazy? Talking and just dime painting, you just can get in a zone. Let me do this last one. And okay. I think I'm done with that color. Maybe? Yeah. So we're getting there. I'll be able to finish this tonight. And then I figured the 20th will be this one. That'll be tomorrow. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. My nephew. Oh, my watch. And then my nephew's coming on the 25th. So I hopefully will be able to finish this before he gets here. And then I'll be good. And then I'll be ready, getting ready for August. Oh, speaking of, oh my gosh, did y'all see Diamond Art Club? Speaking of Oz and Og, Wizard of Oz themed diamond paintings, Diamond Art Club previewed and is coming out with this weekend, this Saturday, a Dorothy painting, her and Toto. Yeah. Someone alerted me to it because I had not seen it on Instagram yet. Someone sent me a message saying, have you seen this? And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? Went over there and I gasped. I'm like, no, oh my gosh. So I'm definitely going to be getting that one. So grab it and join us. That would be a perfect painting. And it's not that big. It's round and it's like a 50 something by 50 something. So it's like a perfect square in in size. And it's not very big. And it's got special diamonds. So I'm definitely going to snag that. But I love how they're coming out with one right before the event starts. It's just like kismet, right? It's totally meant to be. All right. Love you guys so, so, so much. Again, give me a thumbs up if you have not already. I really do appreciate it. They do help. And yeah, go ahead and stay tuned. Stay here for the giveaway clips, okay? There'll be 2 of them. All right. Love you all so much. And take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Bye, guys. All right, y'all, we are here to do the redraw for the pen from Leopard Leatherworks for the JBGAlong 2023. So all I've done so far is go to their YouTube random comment picker. I put in the URL. And let's do the math problem. Looks like 8 plus 7 is 15. And get YouTube comments. Let me bring y'all in a little bit. Did I get them? Ooh, 126 comments. That's awesome, you guys. Thank you. Okay, look for your name. And again, this is from week 1, okay? We're just doing a redraw. And go. Tammy, congratulations. She said, I'm so happy you had a great time at your first Frills retreat. I'd give anything to go to retreat because I think I'd be awesome to meet everyone. Oh, thank you so much, Tammy. I have your address, so I will get this to you. Thank you so much for being here, and congratulations again. That's awesome that you won the pen. You'll get to choose between the pink or the blue, okay? So just let me know which one. So, okay, I'm gonna pause and then we're gonna do the resin trays from Amazing, okay? All right, here we are to do the resin tray and cover minder and trash pot from Amazing. And this is from the week 2. This is from last week's. And the word was happy. And so I put the URL in there. And I did the math problem. And it looks like there's 82 unique comments. Wow, you guys. You guys are killing it. Okay, are you ready? All right, and go. Kelly Queen, I just started diamond painting in May and the craft has made me very happy. Oh, congratulations, Kelly Queen. Please reach out to me. Send me in the description of this video. I do have my email, or you can reach out to me on Instagram. It's CraftingwithShay. Yes, reach out to me. And if I don't hear from Kelly, then I will do a redraw, okay? But I'll give her a week. So congratulations again to my winners. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you next week. Okay, bye.